All right.
All right. What's up, everybody? So my name is Gilbert. This is El Kevin. We're gonna be doing a couple of short videos in the coming weeks. Couple of podcasts just to discuss our story as a musician. We have a couple of ideas of stuff that we have to put out there, bro. Because I don't know about you, but I've had so many stories.
A lot of things happen over the years, man.
Dude,
it's been crazy.
Being a musico is a crazy experience, man.
Yeah, well, we've been thinking about doing it for a while, so we're finally sitting down and actually getting it done.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's every tocada, every gig that you have, something comes out of it, man. And it's just too good to not put out there.
Yeah, dealing with todos los borrachos.
All the drunk people. Las tías, bro.
Las tías también.
The tía that they think they could sing.
It's not even the tías. There's a lot of dudes out there, too, just
man.
Trying to take over.
So we just figured we would just talk about it, put the stories out there, see where this goes, and hopefully you guys like it. I think there was a story that you wanted to talk about, right? You said something about a shooting in a fire department or something like that.
Yeah, that's when we first started, dude. We're just getting a little bit popular. We were called Los Chavos back then.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then we met this young dude, he looked like he had money, and we were playing at this club. I think it was called like the Brick House at that time, or
yeah.
Downtown right here. Yeah, that's where we met him, and the guy was from King City. He ended up hiring us like a week or a couple weeks after, and he was like from King City, right? And he was born and raised right there, and he actually knew like the the fire marshal, or like the one in charge of like the fire department.
Yeah, I think it's the fire marshal. Pretty sure.
Yeah, so he knew him, and he was looking for a place to do like a little birthday party. And since he knew him, they let him do it in the actual like fire department. So they actually moved the fire trucks out of the building. And
because it was like down the street, no, it was like a block away or something like that from the Brick House. Are you talking about that fire department?
No, this was in King City.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the Brick House is right here in Salinas. Or I don't know if it's still here, but that's where it was at. And the funny thing is that the sheriff's department or the police department was actually across the street from the fire department. So where everything happened, and this guy he looked like he was maybe moviendo, like stuff.
Andaba involucrado and
because he just he was just
no se platican. Yeah.
It's too much money. Young dude, and having Mercedes Perrón del Año, and you just tell that he had money. Anyways, he ended up hiring us, and he looked like a little playboy because there was a bunch of chicks, right? And there was this chick that told her boyfriend where she was at.
Okay.
And her boyfriend came out and was trying to like get her to like just leave the party.
Oh shit.
And that's when this dude came out, right? And he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Because they were like screaming, being toxic, that toxic relationship, just shouting right there.
So bien tóxicas, bro.
Yeah, and then the guy pulled out a gun on him, right? And like the boyfriend pulled out a gun on him, right? So, but this guy, he looked like a G, bro. So he ended up telling this story the following day after everything happened. He just rushed him as soon as he saw the gun pointed at him. He just rushed him and socked him and knocked him out. But as he was like getting knocked out, I guess the boyfriend was getting knocked out. He started shooting, and he ended up shooting like the wall and in the air and stuff because he was going down, And like when everything happened, everybody just like they didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to do. We just heard gunshots, and since it wasn't the first time we hear gunshots, we just kept playing, And then that's when the sheriffs got there and they stopped the party, and I was able to go outside as soon as they stopped us because we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And I went outside, dude, and literally right at the wall where we're playing, estaba like the gunshot. But it was like a brick wall, so it didn't go through. You could just see like the hole that was like right there, but it was like
bounced off.
Yeah, it's just like there was a hole, bro, but like we were right next to that wall, so we were like, dude, we were just set up right here, like damn, imagine if that would have gone through. It would have been crazy.
Did you guys think it was like a sound effect? Like, were you guys singing like 500 balazos, pam, 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 pam?
No, well, it was just like a loud bang because we really didn't know if it was a gunshot or not, but it was just like a loud bang, and since we were playing, we didn't like, we're like paying attention to ourselves and just the loud music, just you know. And I kind of knew it was a gunshot, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, hasta que pasó todo, when they stopped they stopped us to que llegaron los cops, and
the guy, how convenient, the cops were across the street.
That's the funny story though, like the whole block was not like covered, you know, like it took them like a while to get there.
No, really?
Yes, dude. But I'm pretty sure because it was like the fire department and the police department right across from each other. It was like the least kind of like protected area, I guess.
No, and then imagine that call that somebody called the police department. They're like, hey, they're shooting at the fire department.
Like, dude, exactly.
Like, are you pranking us? Like, what's going on here?
Exactly, man.
It's crazy. No, dude, tocadas are fun. Are fun.
Yeah,
I mean, all the stories that come out of it are fun.
There's like a couple of shooting stories that I have, but I'll just leave that on.
Yeah. No, we'll definitely talk on them. Maybe in a different episode, we'll talk about them because we have so many stories, man. I remember the last time that I played with you guys, actually. The last time that it was, you guys were still under Fuerte Impacto. And we had a gig at one of the clubs here, man. And I remember that. So we worked the whole day to set up the sound system. There was like a little stage. And this was a Sirreño grupo. So it was just 2 guitars, the bajo, and Kevin on the tuba. And we set up everything. So there was a stage. And then in front of the stage, we put a monitor. So
it was such a fail, though, dude. So much time we put into like setting up. And then,
anyway. We were there since like, what, 7 in the morning? Easily 7 in the morning.
But it was early morning.
It was early.
You know?
It was like 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, and our gig wasn't until like 10 p.m. or something like that, right?
Yeah, we're closing, so we ended up playing like around 11 or midnight, something like that.
Yeah, because I still remember we set up and then we went to that Indian place to eat, or I forgot what kind of food it was, where they bring the whole thing with the fire in the middle and it's like soup.
Taste of Thai.
And
they closed
So the point is, we set everything up. It took a while, but then during the gig, we began playing, and me and another member, we got off the stage because there's somebody there that was giving out drinks. So he was giving out drinks to the grupo. He was like a straight like shot, pues. He had the bottle, and I remember he was like, "Oh, I'll come back to you," because he was gonna give it to the other team member. Ya le dio de tomar, but the thing was that I was standing in front of the monitor that we had on the floor, which is a monitor, for those people that don't know, is a speaker. So we have a speaker on the floor for us to hear what we're playing. Yeah, right. So I was my back of the leg was on that, bro. So when that guy turned around to give me the shot, he turned around like with his arm, and I went like that. No, pues I fell on the floor because I hit the freaking.
You're trying to take a step back, and
I was trying to take a step back. Well, I freaking hit the monitor. I fall back on my butt. And like everybody, like there's the people around there like saw it because it wasn't on the stage, it was on the bottom, so only the people that were close to the stage got to see it. But I just remember being so embarrassed about that.
Day,
It was what?
It was crowded.
It was crowded that day. Pero sabes que si se cayó Eden Muñoz, que no me caiga yo.
They look alike.
That's a lie, man. No, that's a lie. I do not look like him. I freaking hate that. But whatever. Yeah, dude. But that was, to this day, that's one of the most embarrassing things that's happened to me on a gig, man. That fall, and like I was this close to calling freaking the cops just to close the place down out of embarrassment, man.
That's crazy. I can't believe I didn't see that, dude.
Yeah, I think you were like posing for a picture because you were on one corner and I was in the other corner. I think you were posing for a picture or something like that.
Yeah, that night, dude. It was weird because I mean, we were kind of like getting a little bit like locally famous or whatever.
Yeah.
And I ran into a lot of like friends that I hadn't seen in years, dude, from like high school and stuff, and they showed up and they're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And like they were trying to take pictures of me. I was like, "Oh, damn, that's crazy."
So you were out there taking pictures famously, and I was on the floor, you know, just
Yeah,
making sure it was stable.
I'm remembering that day. That's crazy.
Yeah, if you guys want to see a clip of it, you do have a clip of the vlog of it on your channel, right?
Yeah, I think I haven't erased it. It should be there.
Yeah, it should be there.
We'll link it. Right.
Yeah, so it's going to be linked on the bottom if you guys want to see. The fall is not part of the video. I got to make that clear, though. But if somebody out there has the video, shoot it to me. I would really love to see it.
We should put like a post in Instagram or something so they can send us the clip.
Yeah, we're going to post it. I really want to see that picture, man. I want to see that video. It's so hilarious, man.
Dude, yeah.
And then I think you were talking about how the police didn't get there in time for the one in King City, right? But you had a story about Salinas PD or something like that you were mentioning.
Oh, we came out in Salinas PD actually when they were here in Salinas for a couple of months. They were doing some show. And we're in what is it? Fremont Street?
So some place here in Salinas.
Yeah, it's like like a violent place, I guess, in Salinas, or violent street.
It's the hood.
Yeah, it's the hood, and we're playing right there. And I guess there was a shooting or something happened that they were chasing a guy down, right?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they were chasing a guy down, and nosotros tocando. It was there was a couple of parties that day, but the guy that was running away actually came in casually into the party, and I remember this because it was like in an apartment complex, right? And the parking, there was a fence in the back, and there was like the underneath parking of the building.
Oh, so like the garage area, sort of?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know how they're like in some
Cochera?
apartments, they have this. The apartments are upstairs, and then they have parking in the bottom. And that's pretty much what we had to work with, right? So it was just like there's only one way in and one way out.
Yeah.
And so I remember they placed us at the end of the parking, and the entrance we were watching everybody come in and out, right? And I just watched this guy that just didn't have any like attire to be at a party, you know. He just looked kind of gassed, and he just kind of casually just walked in. He grabbed the beer, he drank it, and then he just like kept walking towards us. And then like I turn around and I just see him jump the fence. So I thought it was weird, bro. I was like, dude, this guy, he's probably like some homeless, you know. In my head, I was like, or he was just checking out the party, or I don't know what his deal was. Yeah. And then moments later, we just start seeing like these huge like cameras and shit. Like a bunch of police just come in, and they're like, hey, have you guys seen this guy? You know, he looked like this and that. I started describing it, and I was like, I turned around, I'm like, oh, dude, like that's the guy that just passed by. And I told George, but he wasn't paying attention, I think. But I remember seeing that guy, and
George ain't no snitch, bro. He ain't no snitch.
Yeah, dude. Luckily, I was starting to or trying to vlog in those days, and I ended up just like pulling up my camera while I was playing. I recorded a little bit.
So there's a little bit of this on your channel.
Yeah, there's a video on it, and I think I don't know if someone had sent me a clip of it that they actually saw the episode.
Oh, on Salinas PD.
Yeah, in Salinas PD. But I don't know if it's included in that video. I don't remember because it's been quite a few years. But
yeah,
if there's a clip out there and someone has it, send it to us too. I'd like to see that too.
Even if Salinas PD has it, we would love it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Salinas PD could send it to us.
Yeah, but it was funny. I'm telling you, dude. This guy just walked in. He grabbed the beer, bro. That's what threw me off. He grabbed the beer. He drank. I don't know if he drank it all, but I saw him take a few sips, and like he kept walking towards us, and then I thought he was gonna request a song or something, but he just kept walking, and then like where our backs were against the fence pretty much, you know, where we were set up. So I was like, where's this guy going, you know?
Quería la de se les peló Baltasar, bro.
Yeah, dude. I was like, damn.
No, now that you mention it, now that you're talking about like people showing up uninvited to parties,
I know. I thought about a couple of incidents too. Right now.
I have one of my group. We had a gig last year for like around this time in Christmas.
Yeah.
We had a gig in LA. Mm-hmm. So we did the gig, and it was fine. The people were good people. They were fun. It's this ambiente, you know, that those people that just want to party.
Yeah.
So it was a good gig for sure. It was a good gig. So we finished the gig, and the people are like, "Oh well, why don't you guys stay? You guys like, there's no point in driving 5 hours back home, 5.5 hours back home right now. Just stay and party with us." We're like, "All right, well, we already had a hotel. We'll stay and party. That's cool." All right. So then I guess because everybody at the party was drunk, the people there, like me and our musicians, we try not to drink that much, just so because it's a job, we're getting paid.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, like we started drinking too, and one of my bandmates overheard a grupo playing around the corner. Like he heard music. So we were talking to somebody there at the party too, and they're like, "Oh, I hear music too." And I remember it was me, my bandmate, and then the other person from the party that hired us. Like, "You guys aren't down to go right now to that party and crash it?" We're like, "Bro, we're down." So the three of us ended up going around the corner.
Yeah, pedos.
Yeah, we were all drunk, man. We went around the corner, and again, it was a apartment complex. So they shut off what the parking was, and it was a quinceañera. But it was funny because. So my bandmate goes in, the other person goes in. I get stopped right at the front of the entrance by I'm guessing it was the dad of the quinceañera, because he said, "Oh, I'm the dad." But he looked at me, he's like, "Eres la chota?" Like he was drunk. He was like, "Eres la chota? Did somebody call you?" I'm like, "No, I'm not the policeman. I'm just here to be part of the party." He was like, "Oh, you're the person I've been waiting for. There's the beer in the corner. There's food. You have a great time." We're like, "All right, let's go." Like, we didn't know these people at all, bro. And I remember that we got there and Caballo Dorado was playing. So us three, we jumped into Caballo Dorado and started dancing with the quinceañera. And then somewhere on the line, someone's like, "Oh, get in for the picture." We took a picture with the quinceañera. There's a picture of us,
that's funny.
3 random people and a quinceañera. There has to be a picture of us in a freaking quinceañera picture book out there in LA. There has to be.
And a video of you dancing the.
I have it. No. We have video of this. We'll post it on Instagram. I have video of this because my bandmates recorded it on Snapchat.
Oh.
Yeah. So you guys we have proof of this.
Damn,
Dude, no, but like so many stories, man. And unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it, when it comes to music, there's a lot of connection between music and drugs.
Definitely, dude. It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
Like correlate them.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
In the corridos, a lot of people move drugs a lot, so it's kind of hard. But dude, that talking about that reminds me of this story, dude. It's a funny story, man. I met this guy that was like a big guy that was moving big boy stuff, to not say what it is, but I didn't know him, and it's when we were kind of like just forming like the grupo de Fuerte Impacto and stuff.
Okay.
So it was in the talks and stuff, and George was still in the Troyana, but he was like playing. I don't know. He was pretty far, But this guy, I was playing with another grupo at the time, and I ended up ending early, and
So the gig ended early with the other grupo.
yeah, the gig ended early, and I ended up at a club, right? At that same club where I was talking about I think it was called the Brick House. I still can't remember the name, but I was there. I met some girl, right? And I was like, dude, I'm gonna get lucky, And this guy was calling George because he wanted a gig like right there and then. And since George had already met him and he knew like he was like a top dog, George was like trying to like make something happen for him. He's like, "Hey, you know what? I'm not in town, but let me try to get you a grupo." He was calling people, and then the guy was like, kind of like, "Hey, bro, like yo quiero ruido, like bring me something, bro. I don't care if it's just a guitar or the tuba alone. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, just like I just want like noise right now, like live noise." And then George ended up calling me, right? He's like, "Hey, bro, you want to make some money right now?" And I was like,
Were you like, "How naked do I have to get?"
No, like right away, he's like, "Hey, bro, there's a gig right now. You want to make some money?" Yeah. And I was like, yeah. Because I like back then I was like ready to go. Hey. It was all about hustling.
Hey.
And like I said, so this was going on, and I was already here with some girl dancing at this club, right? And I was like, dude, I'm gonna get lucky. And then they called. They're like, I was like, all right, let's go. You know, I like preferred money than anything else. And so I was like, all right, yeah, I'm down. So like, who am I gonna play with, or where you at? What's up? So he gives me the 4-1. He's like, yeah, dude. The only thing is that it's just gonna be you and the speaker. He's just gonna play music, and you just like play along with it. And I was like, all right. I thought it was funny, but I was like, dude, all right. If he pays me, well, you know, I don't care. It ended up being like a small JBL. Anyways, so the girl, right? The girl, she's like, hey, where you going? You know, and I ended up telling her like, oh, it's because I'm a musician. I didn't even tell her I was a musician. Told her, hey, I'm a musician. I'm gonna go play right now, like 15 minutes from now. From here. And she's like, oh, like, can I go with you? And I was like, all right. I was like, fuck it, you know. I was like, I didn't know where we were playing. I just knew it was gonna be weird at a freaking random warehouse. Like everything's just sketch. And then this girl wanted to tag along, so I was like, yeah, sure, you know.
But ahí vas tú también.
Yeah,
you're like, screw it.
You have this thing.
What? Booger?
Yeah. We'll cut that
edit that out. We'll leave it in. Fuck it.
All right, so
thank you for making it awkward now.
I had to point it out, bro, because then it was like, bro, why didn't you tell me?
I'm done.
Later on, you'll call me like, hey, bro, what the fuck?
Friendship over.
Okay, back to the story, right? So this girl, she wanted to tag along, you know. She was feeling your boy, and then so I was like, all right, yeah, like let me just go first and see what's going on.
Okay.
So I end up going. The guy tells me, all right, just come in, bring your tuba, just play right here. It was like a smaller place than this, bro. Like it was kind of like an industrial kitchen.
Okay.
So I was like this is weird, you know.
I wonder what they were cooking in there.
Yeah, and yeah, I was. That's when the girl kept blowing me up, but I didn't want to bring her because it was just me and the guy, you know. So there was nobody else.
Wait, so it was just two of you?
Yeah.
So it was just him by himself.
It was just him by himself. I thought he was gonna have like at least a crew of people or something. You know, usually when you're drinking, you're kind of like
you're where your homeboys.
Yeah, you know,
you're with homies. Yeah.
And so I show up. There's nobody there but that guy. And he just has a JBL speaker, and he just wants me to play to that. And he had some beers, so I was like, "This is weird, bro." He's like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah. I just want más quiero ruido." I was like, "All right." And the girl kept calling me. She's like, "Hey, I'm outside." I was like, "Oh, fuck." I'm like, how do I tell this guy if it's cool or not? And then I just asked him, you know, "Hey, like, there's this girl that like I met right now, and she wants to come. Is that cool?" So, oh, yeah. Bring her. Yes, as soon as I bring her in, right? This guy just busts out with like a metal charola, bro.
Yeah.
And he brings out like this bag, bro, of like cocaine. Fucking dumps it, and then the girl's just like I remember seeing her face just like freaking scared, bro. She didn't know what to do. She looked at like her eyes just blew up. She saw all the drugs right there, and then she just looked at me and she was like, "Look at the drugs," and then look at me like, "The fuck's going on, dude?" So like, keep in mind, dude. The funny thing is that I had just met this chick. I had just met this dude, bro. And it's just us three. So like, and we're in the middle of like the industrial area.
Yeah.
So there's like nobody around, you know. It was like midnight, dude. So
he came out like what's that movie? Scarface.
So yeah, dude, it was just like it's like as sketchy as, you know.
Yeah.
Like yeah, dude, and
poor the girl, bro. I feel bad for the chick.
Dude, it's hilarious, man. She ended up telling me, oh, she has to leave and stuff. And
no one, I would tell you the same thing. If it was me, I would be like, hey, I gotta go. I gotta wake up early tomorrow for work.
Yeah, dude. So I ended up walking her out, right? Yeah, se fue, dude. And then I was like, damn, this like, who is this guy? You know, I was tripping out because that was a lot of drugs right there. And I just like back then I kind of didn't give a.
Yeah.
So I just asked him, I was like, hey, so where'd you get all this? He was like, oh, I got some more. You want to see? I was like, sure, I just wanted to see, bro. And then he brings me up to this area where, so this place was a warehouse and a kitchen.
Okay.
So he brings me out to the side of the warehouse, and there's like boxes stacked up.
Yeah.
Like crazy. So we ended up climbing up there, dude. And then like he has like this middle section. He just pulls a huge bag, bro, of like heroin. It's just like, it's like a clear like Ziploc bag type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's just black. Because it was a lot, bro. I was like, fuck. Now he wore gloves because he was telling me like even like touching that plastic bag.
You didn't take it.
Yeah, you can still like
Okay.
it could still cross. But I was like, damn, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah. No, bro, it's crazy how like people connect. They think that because you're a musician, you're also into that.
Yeah.
Because they're very connected. But reality is like if somebody goes like if I have a plumber, right? Let's say for example I'm doing that business. And I ask for a plumber. The plumber's not gonna ask where I got the money from. Nobody like even as a musician, we're not gonna ask, oh, this money like no, because they're paying you to do a service. And it's I don't know, man. It's I don't know. I think people really misinterpret musicians when it comes to that.
Yeah,
sure.
man. It was funny. It was a funny story, but it's crazy because now that I think about it, it's like, dude, how did I end up in that situation? Like.
But you got a good story out of it.
Yeah, definitely,
That's what
dude.
it is. I always look for that. I always look for the good story, the funny story, the things that you could talk with your buddies around a campfire. Especially during this time of the year.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I miss about being a musician, dude. Is just like all the stories and all the stuff that comes with it, because that's part of being a musician is just like the experience, dude, and all the stories, like I said.
No, and then for me, it's funny sometimes to see how people overreact. I had a gig, man.
When they're drunk,
When they're drunk, or I don't know, sin son toxic, I don't know. But I had a gig a couple of weeks ago. No, maybe like a month and a half ago. We were playing at a salon, like a recital area. But we had a stage. So the stage had a back door, which is where we put all the equipo in, all the equipment in there. So me and the group, we went on Friday. And we were talking to the owner of the place because he was, hey, well, just keep in mind to keep the volume at a good distance because we are surrounded by like regular houses. Mm-hmm. And he told me, he's like, there's this one chick back there. It's one older female that she complains a lot. We're like, okay, well, we'll just keep it at a good volume in the beginning. And then maybe by like 9, we'll drop it a little bit. Yeah, that's what we did. Come Saturday, we were playing by like 9. We dropped the volume a little bit just to be courteous to the other people. So it happened around 10 because the gig was up until 11. I guess they have permission to have live music up until 11.
Yeah, usually there's a city ordinance.
And this wasn't here in Salinas. It was in a smaller town around Salinas, a very small town. I think theirs has like a population of like 300 people or 200. So I remember I'm playing on drums that day, and we had the DJ was right next to me. So I'm here, the DJ's over here, but we're playing, so the DJ's not doing anything. Mm-hmm. I see the DJ leave. And then the back door is to my left on this side. And I just hear pounding like, pop, pop, pop. And I was like, oh, shit, maybe the DJ got locked out. I was like, oh, and then I told one of my bandmates, the guitarist, I'm like, hey, go open the door for the DJ. He's locked out. You have wireless. I can't leave because I'm playing drums. I'm like, okay. He goes and opens the door, bro. There's this like short little older lady like this.
Karen.
She was a Karen, a straight up Karen. She starts cussing us out bad, like, you motherfucker, you guys need to turn that fucking music off every fucking weekend, blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys need to shut the fuck up. Like, she was screaming on top of her lungs. And then I remember our singer, he got on the mic. He's like, hey, we need security over here. There's a Karen in the back door trying to fuck up the party. Yeah,
Holy
security
shit,
went. And the owner gave me his number. So I called up the owner. I'm like, hey, that lady that you told me about, she's here. She's like, well, why is she there? If like I talked to her the day before and I told her it was going to be music. And if there was any issues to call me directly. Like, don't talk to the musician. Call me directly because then I could come and just ask you guys to lower it. Yeah, he came because he lives like around the corner from his building. So he came, he talked to her. And it was funny because when he was talking to her, she was like, can you guys please just lower the music down a little bit?
She changed her whole tone.
Yeah, she changed her whole tone. So we finished the gig and we broke everything down, right? And we were moving everything out to the door. Dude, there was a boulder, a rock this size. Yeah, about this size that she used to be hitting the door to get our attention.
Nah.
Yeah, she cracked it in half, bro. Just out of pure freaking rage or I don't know. But it was a boulder about this big. There was pieces here, pieces there. I was worried because my car was there. I was like, oh, she better not have scratched my car.
Damn, bro.
No, I got lucky. It wasn't scratched, but it's still... Damn, dude. If you know there's going to be a venue and you move into a place and there's a venue, like at least talk to the owner. Or you know what? Join the party.
I would join the party.
I would
bro.
join the party
I would
too.
join
Straight
the
up.
party, like straight up.
Just go in there and be like, hey, you guys have a beer? Let's party.
That's crazy though.
Dude, freaking Karens, man. I don't... I no offense to anybody that is actually named Karen and they're not like that, but you know what a Karen is.
That toxic trait.
Yeah. No, but it's just crazy stories that come out, man. I think you had one too, no? I think you went to Culiacán or something like that?
Oh, that's when we went to go play con el Fuerte Impacto. Damn.
That was years ago, though,
yeah,
right?
That was years ago.
Like years ago.
How did we end up going, dude? Like, it's crazy. I think one of our songs was trying to, like, starting a trend.
Out there? Or here?
Here, and then some guy just wanted to take us over there.
Oh, okay.
He had connections, and he ended up taking us to... what's it called?
Mochis? Wait, is that even in Sinaloa?
Yeah, it's Los Mochis. But no, there is an event. ¿Cómo se llama?
El Corridazo.
No, it's called like La Feria...
Expo?
Yeah.
Some Feria Expo, no?
Yeah, La Feria Expo de Culiacán.
Yeah.
We ended up playing right there. Damn, there's a story, like, there's a story within this story, dude. Like, so, first off, I didn't know how to take my tuba because my tuba is obviously, like, huge, right? So, I was wondering, like, okay, we're trying to save money. So we rented a car. We ended up driving to Tijuana, and we got a flight from Tijuana to Culiacán.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, we're trying to save space because we got one car, or like an SUV, and we had to take all our stuff. And the only thing that was just making it like super bulky was my tuba. And then obviously we're gonna have to fly it out there, and it was gonna be a hassle the whole way there and back. So we ended up like I don't know who ended up getting or posting an ad kind of asking like if there was anybody in like any musicians that would be willing to rent it out, rent out a tuba out there. And someone like got me connected with another tuba player from Culiacán, and the tuba, they sent me pictures of it. It looked clean, bro. I was like, all right, you know, like, because Culiacán is also known for like badass musicians.
Yeah, todo Sinaloa.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so this guy, like, you know, he's got a badass tuba. So I was like, that's cool, you know, I'll rent it out from you. Y llegamos poquito tarde al event.
Yeah.
So I didn't really try the tuba, so I just kind of like set up and I kind of tried it like real quick. Boom, boom. All right, it works. Let's go. And then we got on stage, bro, and then like 5 or 10 minutes later, the tuba perdió el sonido. So all the noise, it just sounded like muffled, right? And I was wondering like what's going on, you know? Like I thought they were messing with my microphone. Because you know how sometimes in big events, they'll either purposely try to like mess up like another grupo's sound, by like moving all kinds of shit around.
Which, by the way, don't do that if you're one of those. Don't do that. That's a bad move.
And I thought they were doing that to my mic, right?
Yeah.
I was kind of bummed out. I was like, dude, and I kept looking at the engineer, the sound engineer. I kept telling him like, hey, turn it up, turn it up. And I thought it was him, and it was a huge stage, so I couldn't really tell what was going on or what was the actual issue.
Yeah.
So then I just started realizing, okay, maybe it's the tuba. So I started like just touching everywhere, bro, and I feel a bunch of air just coming out of like the bottom. I was like, oh, damn, it has a hole, bro.
Oh.
She's broken.
I didn't even know tubas could. I didn't even know that could even happen to a tuba.
Oh yeah, they're super sensitive, dude. They're super sensitive. Even if like, they sell like mufflers, like to muffle the sound.
Okay.
And even when you put one of those on the tuba, you can feel it when you're playing it. You can feel like you get more tired.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then the sound also changes. Oh, well, obviously, but.
Así que si sabes soplar, güey.
Come on now. But yeah, and anyways, that's one sub story of that trip. Another one is when we met El Pirata de Culiacán, dude.
Que en paz descanse.
Que paz descanse.
Yeah.
That guy was a character, bro. But he didn't live in actual Culiacán. He lived in what was it called? Ciudad de Juárez, or no, something like that.
Okay.
It's like a small town, like 15, 20 minutes from Culiacán.
So the way that he was on social media, was he also like that in person?
No.
Was he like the same person that you see on social media, or was he like different?
No.
Like,
he was very timid, bro.
Really?
Very, very timid, bro.
Oh wow.
He didn't want to drink. He was weird, bro. Like
compared to what you thought he would be like, right?
Yeah, because he was already famous at that time, and he'd always be like talking smack. He would always be like funny dude, and always talking like loudmouth, right? And when we met him, we picked him up at his house.
Okay.
We picked him up at his house. We were like, hey, what do you want to drink, bro? We'll buy you anything you want.
Yeah.
And he's like, la Red Label. And he wanted the I think it's Johnny Walker.
That was
Label.
good. It's pretty good.
All right, cool. So we ended up going to a couple stores. Oh my God, I just remembered when we were looking for that bottle. We got pulled up by like six, 7 cars, bro, just surrounded us and with guns and shit. Like,
welcome to Culiacán.
That was a big welcome to Culiacán. That was a hot territory. And there was since I was like a small town, there was like bikes that were just on the main roads, and like, hey, there's we were in a Jeep, what was it, a Jeep Rubicon?
Okay, yeah.
And so that Jeep pues se miraba placosa. And anyways, they called it in, and I guess like by the time we made it into town, we're looking for his bottle. Ya sabían dónde estábamos, and like they pulled up on us, and that same group of people ended up like drinking with us like later on cuando estábamos outside of the pad. We ended up drinking outside of some guy's pad with El Pirata. And anyways, back to the story. We ended up getting El Pirata Pirata kind of drunk, but at first, dude, like I said, he was being like timid, bro. Like we had to, like we were
like
all
reserved.
Drinking. Yeah, we were all talking here, like drinking and stuff and chilling. And this guy was just like on his phone and just like over there, kind of like you could tell he was like shy. Like he would look at his phone, and he was just kind of like shy, looking up and stuff, up and down. And so we made him take some shots and stuff. And dude, like, boom, he changed, bro. Like he was a pirata de Culiacán that you see on social media, bro, just talking shit. It was hilarious, bro. We ended up making him wear a Fuerte Impacto hat.
Oh, I think I saw that video. I saw that video, yeah.
Y nos quería cobrar, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here's the story about it. Like, we ended up taking him to La Feria with us.
Yeah. I remember seeing that video somewhere. Yeah.
He ended up going with us, and some girl asked him for a picture, right?
Okay.
So dude, the thing is, like, he was already famous, and I thought it was so funny though, because he le llegaban people like, hey, can I take a picture? Can I take a picture?
Yeah.
A cada ratito, and this guy estaba cobrando for his pictures, bro. I was like, really? Like, damn, dude, this
That's
guy.
how you stay rich, my man.
I was like, this guy actually, he's
That's
balling.
business 101.
Yeah, this guy's balling, bro. It's funny. It's funny, but yeah, we have a video of this guy.
Yeah.
I think I still have it up in my channel. We'll post it too.
Yeah, we'll post a piece of it so you guys can see it. It's definitely a good video. That's crazy though. I didn't think. Look, I guess you see people on social media and you think they're the same way that they are if you meet them in person. And I thought Pirata was like that, but now that you're saying that he was very timid,
it's like, funny because that's how you have a perception of someone by the way they post and they want to present themselves.
Exactly,
but then,
exactly.
So some people are just like very shy, very different in person, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's crazy, and it's what we're talking about. Like if it wasn't for music, you wouldn't be there. You wouldn't have had that experience with the Pirata if it wasn't for the music. Dude, definitely.
No, like, dude, there's more stories, dude. Like from that week that we were there.
Yeah.
Like those. So I don't even know if I should get into that one. That one was like that's one story, right? When we met at Pirata and how he was, but as we were drinking that night, the same people that had approached us earlier at the liquor store,
right? Yeah. Okay.
Llegaron, bro, and then we just see them like close off like the street.
Okay.
And since we were like drinking like on the street, we were like, fuck, dude, we just fucked up. We did something because they just closed off the street.
Yeah.
And like there's trucks with people like with big ass guns. They had, they were loaded, bro. And so I was like, damn, something's gonna happen right now, or they're just gonna come and just
join
Jack. Like they're gonna try to see how much money we have, and
they're gonna take the tuba that wasn't even yours.
Yeah, dude. And like I was already like damn, this shit's crazy, bro. And I was like, you know what? I don't have a gun, can't do anything. Everybody else was shitting bricks, dude. I kid you not. My mindset was just kind of like,
if it happens,
if whatever's gonna happen, dude, there's nothing I can do. There's no point in just like getting scared or whatever. I was like, but I'm fuck it. So I just started like chilling even more. And then the dude that was like in charge, like the leader of this crew, he ended up drinking with us, bro. He was just there chilling and stuff. We ended up taking like pictures with like the guns and stuff. They let us hold the guns. It was crazy, bro. But these same people, dude, like this is when I think El Chapo like lo habían agarrado or something like that.
The first time or the second time?
The first time.
The fool slipped a lot.
So the territories were hot, dude. So like they were fighting territories, and then we ended up flying back like a few days later. That was like one of the last days that we were there.
Okay.
So we ended up flying back, and by the time we ended up back in like we were driving back from TJ
back to the coast here.
Yeah, back to
home.
To home pretty much, and they had sent us a newsletter that those people were shot up, bro. Like the SUVs and stuff that were there with us.
Yeah.
Like they sent us an article, and like it was the same people, that same truck and stuff. It was just like we recognized the truck like that, because we knew it, like it was there with us. And this was one of those articles where like they're really exposed like the pictures, like it was in ¿cómo se dice? Where they actually post like blood and all that stuff.
Okay, very explicit.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, like we saw the pictures, bro. It was the people right there.
The people that you met.
That we met right there. They were right there on the ground.
Damn.
With their heads blown off, and like we were able to see that. And after a few days, they took down the post, the article. But yeah, it was there. I was like, dude, we were just with these people, dude.
Yeah. Stop there. My phone stopped recording.
Oh, we still have the wide?
Yeah, we still have the wide.
Good thing you got... No, good thing you set that one up. see. It's all the catch from the safari, bro.
I know. All right, ready? No, that's a crazy story, man. Just, yeah, I guess things happen. You know, it's not always. Fuck that part. We'll do it again.
No, yeah, like I was saying, dude, they deleted that post, right? Like a few days later.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it's just like in our heads, we're like, dude, like we're talking about it for a few days. We stayed in touch with a few friends from over there.
Yeah.
That we made over there, and like we were just like talking in las tocadas. We would think about it, like, dude, like it's crazy how we were just there, bro.
Yeah.
Like we were with these people, dude, and like something could have gone down at the time that we were there, bro.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we would have been like caught up in the middle of it because
Yeah.
we're like, that guy was drinking with us, you know? Yeah. And
no, y luego se le pasó a Chalino y a otros, Valentín, y todos estos artistas que le pasan.
Tito B.
Yeah, it's crazy. Dude, this is what we're talking about. You get all these crazy stories from
being a musician,
man. Do you know what I hate the most of being a musician? Is when people come up to you, they ask for a song, and obviously as a musician, you're not going to know every song.
Especially when they just come out too.
Yeah, especially when they just come out, or if it came out in 1920. De esa viejita de que nobody knows what they are, but es el abuelo del abuelo del abuelo que la pidió.
Oh, yeah.
And then they come to you, and then they're pissed. Like, they're mad because you don't know that song. There was this, we had one gig here, not in this town, but like a couple of miles away from here. And the girl, when was it? Oh, it was a graduation party. Her son had just graduated from high school. And I remember that this guy came up to me. The people that hired us were super cool. They were cool. They were from, I think they were from Culiacán, as a matter of fact. Culiacán or Mazatlán, yeah. They were from Sinaloa somewhere. But they were super cool. And this guy came up to me. He asked for a song, but it was one of those like very underground corridos that like a local band made from his pueblo or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we were like, well, no, we don't. I told him straight up.
Heard of this
yeah,
thing.
exactly. I'm like, oh no, I don't know it. Pero ya andaba entrado el viejón. And then he like mugged me. He's like, oh, well, how come you guys don't know it? I was like, oh, well, we don't know it. We have this. Like, we could replace it with Centenario. You want something else?
Tenemos arriba Pichátaro.
Tenemos arriba Pichátaro. Tenemos la bota. But no, like, he just left. And then he went to our accordion player y le dijo lo mismo. He's like, hey, do you know this one? And the accordion player, well, I guess it was his mistake there. Because he was like, oh, well, let me see. Maybe during the break la podemos sacar.
Oh, yeah.
So we had
those promises.
Yeah. Which, as a musicians, we know, we're not going to do it. So we had our break. We come back. And that guy is still mad. So at this point, he goes straight to the singer, our singer. He's like, hey, are you guys going to play my fucking song or not? Like, straight up, just like, or not. And at this point, the singer is mad, bro. He's pissed. And then he's just like, you know what? I'm done with this. He gets the microphone. He's like, I just want to let everybody here know that if we know a song, we'll play it. But if we don't know our song, then, we just want to say sorry for not knowing the song. But it's impossible for us to know all the freaking songs that there are. The chick that hired us, she came straight to us. He's like, what's going on? He's like, who said that? Like, who's pushing you guys? And then the singer was like, what's that guy over there in the corner? She's like, oh, okay, singer, I'll be right back. We see her go and talk to him. And she's like, get out.
Oh, she kicked him out?
She kicked him out. Get out. And then she comes back to us like, sorry for that. That shouldn't have happened. He's just a neighbor around here. He wasn't even invited. He just jumped into the party. You're like, no.
It's funny, dude. Like usually the people that get all crazy or like
are the people that are not even invited to the party.
Dude, like no te ha pasado too, or like you're taking your break and then someone starts counting like, hey, ya se pasaron, like músicos, yeah, it's been 15 minutes, like you guys are like hella stealing, hey, compadre, like this and that.
Dude, we had a gig. We had a gig where we played, the thing was over, and this guy, he wasn't even the one that paid us. I think he was el hermano from the chick that hired us, and she paid us. He comes to us after that. He's like, oh, you guys play very good. He was like, but I'm never going to hire you guys again. We were like, okay. He was like, "No, you guys just talk too much. You guys ponen mucho ambiente and you guys aren't playing enough songs." We were like, "Bro, part of being a musician is putting on a show for people to have fun, to enjoy themselves." You know,
that's
like,
dude, that's crazy. Yeah, like,
and I think, you know why I think he was mad? It was because it was a baby shower, and he was paying for the baby shower of his daughter getting knocked up or something like that. I think his daughter got knocked up. And then he had to pay for the baby shower, but he wasn't happy with her being knocked up.
So the guy wasn't in the picture, and that's why the dad had to pay for the whole thing. Oh, okay.
But like, I'm like, I get you're frustrated, bro, but we have nothing to do with it. But everybody else, like the sister of the guy came up later. He's like, "Oh, we had a blast. Don't listen to this crazy person." Like, we had a great time.
Dude. Like one of the biggest misconceptions, or that I've noticed, like the grupos that are actually successful and that are not like they play good, but they don't put on a show, dude. And part of being a musician is like you have to put on a show.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that on us too. When like there was situations where we're just like when we're like just starting the grupo, we're kind of stiff, bro. Like we would play and people liked how we played, but they would tell us like, dude, like you guys play like really good. You guys have a good voice. You guys play good and stuff.
Pero es el ambiente.
But, I mean, you guys are stiff, bro. Like you guys need to at least dance. You know, decían, bro. Like people, and we started like integrating that.
Yeah.
But then I started paying attention to the grupos that are actually like known and successful in shows. Yeah. They put on a show. They didn't just like sing.
Well, look at Grupo Firme, bro.
Oh yeah,
Grupo Firme is one of the best. I haven't seen them live. I've seen clips, but I've talked to people that have been to them, and they say it's the best show that they've been to is because of the ambiente and the show that they put on. Not necessarily because they're amazing musicians, because you have other people that are amazing musicians, like the guy que le hace record a Gerardo Ortiz, the recording player. What's his name? Marito Aguilar.
Oh, Marito.
He's a crazy ass musician.
That's a perfect example.
He is a crazy good musician, pero he doesn't put ambiente.
Yeah, that's a like very good example of like part of being a musician and
like
being successful. Like it's not just being good. Like you have to put it in a show, bro.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man. People like the way I look at it, because I used to be like that. I used to be all stiff and tímido and like not wanting to put myself out there. But it's like people are paying you their hard-earned money for a hour, 2, 3, 4 hours of gigs for them to unstress about their work week or whatever.
Yeah, they want to have fun.
Yeah, they want to have fun.
You're entertainment. Like at the end of the day, you know, you're entertainment. So it's not just
And sometimes you're at a gig and you're like, oh, well, people are like they're just eating. They're very stiff. But it's kind of your job too to like initiate it. And that's what I've noticed. And some gigs is like, excuse me, when we begin, that's how it is. People are eating. People are just talking, just getting the feel of the party.
Yeah.
But like usually what we do is like the first hour, 2 hours is puras norteñitas clásicas.
Yeah.
Like just pegaditas. But then as soon as the second hour is over, we go into the third after break. We just bump it up to like 100. You know, with the cumbia zapateados. Dude, you know what song gets people bumping? La Chona, wey.
Yeah, it's a classic, bro.
La
but
Chona. It doesn't matter at what time you drop it. People will get up from their seat and start dancing to it.
Yeah, that's the song that everybody could relate to. So that's why they just like, whoa, let's go.
But it's just stuff we're talking about, bro. These stories, we wouldn't have them if it wasn't for the music.
Yeah, I mean, if I was born again, bro, I definitely just keep the same route, dude. Yeah. Like being a musician it's pretty cool, man.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It has its downs, which we'll talk about in the next couple of episodes. It does have its struggles and whatnot, but just the stories that come out of it are great.
Yep. So should we end it right here?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Well, we're going to keep doing this. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let us know in the comment sections what else we can talk about for you guys.
Yeah. We're gonna put links to the videos that we're talking about. You're talking about El Pirata, the Salinas PD one. There's a video of that too.
Okay.
The 201 one, the one where I play with you guys.
Okay, yeah.
And if anybody has a video of me falling, just let me know. I want that video. I want to post it out there, man. So just leave comments about anything that we talked. If you're a musician, put your story down here. Put your story. We want to hear it. We want to do an episode.
We should invite people too, like.
That would be a good idea.
Give us like their stories too, you know?
Yeah. If you're a musician, just drop down your story. We'll read it and then we'll reach out to you. We'll
Yeah,
set something up, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to be back next Sunday at 10 a.m.
Mic drop.
All right, let's get out of here, bro. I'm thirsty. Let's go to Starbucks.